Ahoy! Hey guys, welcome. I wanted to jump on, just chat really quickly about what we're looking at here. Usually we would talk about this on members, but it must be such a heavy wave and a heavy turn. Spirit wants us on the broadcasted live full channel. We'll take it as we will. We will definitely, though, be getting into members, though. Hopefully, I'm going to listen to the voice on that note. And we'll see. Tonight, I was hoping earlier, actually yesterday, but we ended up doing a few lives with pick a card readings, which, by the way, timestamps are now up if that was something that you were waiting on. You guys, thank you so much for your support as well for tuning in. What's going on? A lot. This is going to be very interesting. We have currently, let's preface this. This is the next day, okay, or so. We have a lot going on with Scorpio and with Aries, right? Yeah, Mars right now, the ruler of Aries and the ruler of Scorpio, they both share that ruler, is in the sign of Pisces, accompanied by 3 other planets in Pisces. Personally, Mars in Pisces is not the most exciting placement. It's not the most, this is all right, a general message, we'll say, but in terms of exaltation, it's not exalted in Pisces. In other words, it's something to take note of. It's something to remember, okay, when it comes to, yeah, maybe we'll get more on that in another video. We'll talk more about, we'll talk probably about that on definitely real-time astrology at some point, 48 hours, whatever the guides allow, whatever spirit, whatever the guides want to come through with, want to bring through. So there is something, though, here definitely to remind ourselves of, that this is going to be a little bit of a funky time. Neptune is really heavily at play. Neptune is really in the forefront of the conversation, and that's meanwhile to a very heavy emphasis, we'll say, on Mars. Given that, right, Pluto's going retro, and given as well that currently, this is the next day, Void, of course, is in Aries currently, Aries being again ruled by Mars, and in addition, Aries, okay, what else? Spirit wants to communicate something more about this. Let's clear it. So there may be upcoming transits. I haven't looked at the astrology. We'll look at the we may come through again. We'll expand this on members, but for the sake of today, I feel like Spirit wants to just sort of hit on certain notes here to remind you. Mercury is also going into pre-shadow retrograde on the same day, and it is at 29 degrees right now. It's about to move. Mercury's about to go back into its natural ruling sign of Gemini. Honestly, I wouldn't really be like calling out any contracts here. I wouldn't really, but always, this is a general video, and always take it as you will. If you're feeling something, by all means, hey, go for it. Tarot reading, a channel message shouldn't, it's not about taking your conversation in a direction that you're not feeling. So take it as you will. There's a lot, this is a turning point, and with the sun as well, simultaneous in that same sign as the North Node, we've got a lot of decisions that will be speaking on the long term. So, guys, we'll see you in the next few videos. I feel like Spirit wants to just sort of keep it really short and snappy there, but this is a big day, we'll say. This is a big few hours. It's a big turning point, major turning point. Try to keep clearing your aura and grounding, because, especially when it comes to interactions with others, because Pluto can get kind of testy. You may find that there's just like this energy of like wanting to just sort of take things on a bit recklessly, possibly a bit ruthlessly. I'm hearing keep your wits about you, try to keep focused and grounded. I'm hearing there's a lot more to come to that story. So maybe don't take it like so, at face value. I'm hearing that as well at the very get-go, at the outset. Right now, we're just sort of like opening the so-called proverbial luggage. It's like we're just sort of introducing ourselves to this new cycle that will be with Pluto going retrograde, and we're going to understand more about what's really, I'm hearing the reasons for why certain conversations are taking place more so in the thicker part of the cycle, as Mercury goes deeper into Mercury too, yes. So we'll talk about this on members, definitely on monthly astrology as well. We're going to break it all down, what's going on here for May, when it comes to all planetary alignments and the general dates when specifically, there are focused moments, we'll say, with Spirit, where Spirit would like to sort of hover attention around a particular transit, when you might be feeling kind of intense, you know, that things are really, yeah. And we may jump into a reading there because we just have so many transits. So yeah, I think we're going to start heavily pumping out videos on members more so. We'll definitely do some extendeds there. And let's clear it in the sacral world. I know some of you have been asking about private services. It is a little bit backlogged there with that. And so if you are interested though, alchemyandyou.com. And thank you for those of you who also have passed through PayPal donations in the last few days. You guys are really, really awesome. I'm really touched by you. And yeah, I mean, you guys are part of this journey just as much. Yeah, we'll say, oh, this space is reflective. So thank you for your support. And yeah, in every way, those of you also hit the likes on the videos, touched by you guys. Thanks for showing your support over the years. Guys, anything else here before we tune out? Let's clear throat chakra. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be this ridiculous energy that comes through. Just know that, okay? Whenever we have Pluto in retrograde, whenever we have any planet really in retrograde, it's kind of like a moment of, wait, we have to process this. And it's not always going to be something very obvious. It's not going to be something that feels good. It's going to be something of a matter of, let's look at this. And so the less you judge yourself during this time, and of course we also have the new moon in Taurus today. I mean, this is a lot of energy and it is an eclipse. So hit the bell notification icon on the subscribe button if you want to get notified. We may go live on a new moon reading tonight. We'll see. Yeah. Let's clear it. And we'll see about that. Sometimes Spirit doesn't want to read on certain, yeah, sometimes I want to read after the transit has, so we'll again. But yeah, we'll notify on that. Also, I follow on Twitter. We'll notify there. Let's clear up their chakra. Yeah, I'm hearing you have a lot of contracts here coming, guys, with the Pluto going into retro. So just, again, keep it in mind. It's kind of, though, like, it's not really conducive to make any major decisions, like, right. This is like the first slide. We're at the first slide of the PowerPoint. We're just at the very first slide of the PowerPoint with Pluto right now. So it's going to feel weird, but that it's not, it's like, I'm hearing, it's not indicative of what is to come. What is to surface down the line in the next few months when it comes, the Twitter handle is Alchemy in You. It feels awkward. I'm hearing just go with the flow. Keep an outlet open. Keep your outlets here strong when it comes to strong fire energy building activities, and also Pluto. This is going to be imperative, guys. We absolutely, yeah, but we'll get more into this. Anything else? I'm here, yeah, try not to like kind of get frustrated or judge what's coming up. Pluto can kind of be very, it could be a raw energy. Yeah, so I would actually advise to go back to the Astro chats. I'll remember this. I was walking across a bridge. We talked about this exact, we were talking about the Scorpio energy. Yeah, it was right before Scorpio season, very strong. Yeah, planets in Scorpio, the sun, I think it was, we were just writing up on October, November. So it might be helpful to go back to those astro chats. There could be themes with the Pluto, yeah, the ruler of Scorpio going retro. It's going to be touching on what we spoke of when it came to that Scorpio energy in the earlier part of the year. Everything is sort of synergistic. So the transits are not random. They're speaking on the continuation of a certain conversation. Let's go. Some of you are going to feel very, very much pressured. I hear that. Try to blow the steam off in another way, not with what is coming up in that exact moment is what I'm getting, to really have a proper outlet for that Scorpio energy. Let's clear it. The shadow of Scorpio, it's important to be aware. It can be kind of a frenetic paranoia. We have to be aware of that. This is a general video though, and you should definitely talk to your person practitioner. But from an astrological standpoint, it's really important to be aware that when Pluto does go retrograde, this is going to be bringing the microscope to that element and that aspect of your chart. So if you are feeling, we'll say like this, if you are channeling your Pluto energy in the higher frequency, then you won't feel frustrated. You won't feel, at odds with this transit so much. If you are, having sort of like a power struggle with your Pluto, then this may be a very, very, very challenging transit, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Love and light. This is, because whenever we do have anything going on with Pluto, period, it's already about bringing it forward. When we have a retro Pluto, that's like Pluto is doing a double take, and so that's where it's really important, really key. And you are one person. It's, you are one thing. This is one conversation. It's also, it's your story is one point, but it could be also someone you're dealing with. So it's important to remember that, I mean, you could be aware of astrology. I'm hearing, yeah, the point is I would avoid conversations as well that you know are going to just kind of, especially with people who are not aware of astrology and not aware of energy and are not aware of their energy field, but they're for some kind of like toxic, or frustrating or annoying or not in a balanced state. I would avoid those conversations, okay, as tempting as it can be, because Pluto is kind of an energy that you just don't want to mess with, okay, when it's in the shadow. And why should you waste your energy? Why should you waste your time? Yeah, in situations with people who are not self-aware, okay, as well. And so Spirit is saying, don't drain your energy, don't drain your force field. And so this transit will also bring that to attention, interestingly, okay, the chrysalis sort of moment there of where is it that you may have been doing that, okay, but once we realize that, just check out a holiday, like, you know, I'm hearing I want to clear him. It's like, you're not here to clear nobody, okay, you're not here to clear this person. This is you with you. And so giving your power away where it's like, well, let me like do his karma for him, kind of like, let me like just kind of help him, like, no, his journey is not your journey, and what he does is not you. So keep focus. It's about keeping focus and momentum, and that's really where your power is at, right? Yeah, having concentration with your, let's clear, yeah, this is about transmuting your karma and your story. I'm hearing it like this, like, if that is the focus for you, if that is something that is being brought up, yeah, because others may be involved in that conversation, but it's like, well, I'm just going to kind of like compartmentalize their part of the story, and they're gonna have to do their homework. You have to have boundaries during this time. I'm hearing that this is going to be really important, really key. Yeah. So I would definitely have an outlet, and work with your birth chart as well. See where you have the Scorpio energy. If it is a very intense cycle for you, I will keep the lines open for the astrology balance reports. Feel free to mention in the comments what you may be sort of experiencing, going through. Yeah, especially if you're wanting, but this is a general, we'll say, talk to your birth practitioner as well. We have to say that, yeah. Let's clear. Yeah, we got to say that. But yeah, you can order the Pluto balance protocol if that's something of interest. If you want to sort of, yeah, look at the birth chart, take an angle, a lens, and approach that works with the birth chart. That service is available on alchemy.com. And I obviously, yeah, okay. What else though? We'll work with the guides on the timing with that. Some of you, yeah. Some of you, you're going to realize where you've been putting and placing your emphasis on wanting to feel happiness, okay, in a situation that's out of your so-called control. Not because you're not powerful, not because you don't have so-called control, but because that is not the way that you will, that is not the way that you will be deriving your sense of peace and happiness. Spirit is going to bring forward very clearly, like, where it is that you may have been sort of putting so much pressure on another person to bring you a sense of satisfaction. This is going to bring forward as well, yeah, your outlets, your lifestyle. Is it in balance? Do you have a proper outlet that you are in control of when it comes to channeling your Pluto energies? Are you feeling in control? Okay, yeah, so take it as you will. I want to get more into this in members, and we'll probably talk about, yeah, we'll see. But just keep it in mind, guys. I mean, this is not a, yeah, this transit is not a joke, and with Void of Course and Aries, really try to bring it back into your story, which is the higher empowered form of Aries. And we will talk more about this one monthly tonight, and also weekly in 48 hours. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Let's clear the chakra. That would make sense, Chloe, possibly. That would make, because yeah, the passivity energies. I'm seeing a truck that says have faith. Take it as you will. There's something, yeah, it says have the, actually, I think, but I'm hearing faith, and I immediately thought of that when I saw that truck. So some of you, yeah, I'm seeing it's about understanding that you are in the driver's seat. We'll see you guys in the next readings, and identifying whatever makes you perceive that the situation is out of your so-called hands. I'm hearing it's always perspective. So, and it is about the karmic contracts, past life energies, and we have to get ruthless here, guys.